I'm about to call out your ego in a way that Spirit called mine out this week, but I promise you, you're gonna like it. It's gonna free you, okay? The message that's come through this week for me, and I know that you can relate, I just know that you can. If the areas of your life, such as social media, your workplace, ChatGPT, YouTube, okay, YouTube videos, podcasts, whatever it is that you are consuming or surrounding yourself by, if these environments are draining you more than they are supporting you, what are you doing? Why are you placing so much of your energy and your time, your precious vitality, your sacred life force into these spaces that are robbing from you more than they are serving you? It's a genuine question, and I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to call you out in the way that I have been called out, because this is starting to free me from something that I didn't even recognize was happening. And that is that my subconscious, my instincts, my ego has been driven by these addictive patterns and behaviors that are disguised as support, disguised as something that is giving back to me and serving me. For instance, the constant feedback loop that we get while going on Instagram 50 times a day, or whatever your drug of choice is. But it doesn't actually ever sustain, it doesn't ever satiate that hunger, that thirst, the void that we're trying to fill. It's a dopamine addiction. And dopamine is a necessary chemical in the brain that drives us, that motivates us into action, that gives us purpose and reason to get up, to experience life. So if these dopamine receptors are being fucked with on a daily basis, tampered with, they're being teased, we're getting little hits, but it's never actually satiating that hunger. It's never satisfying what it is that we're really looking for, which is true reward, true nourishment, down to soul nourishment. Our bodies are looking to be supported and nourished and rewarded for genuine, intentional effort, not mindless, what seems like productivity actions. Doom scrolling. It gives this brain the sense of I'm doing something. So at least I'm not doing nothing, because it's like our biggest fear in this capitalistic rat race that we're in is doing nothing, because we believe deep down that if we're sitting in our stillness, in our silence, and we're doing nothing at all, that makes us worthless. And what's really going on is that those moments of stillness and being silent with yourself, that's when the downloads, the epiphanies, the big life transitions happen. The true, genuine honesty with yourself occurs. We're running from something that we are not even aware of. We're not even aware of what we're running from or what we're running toward, because it's just this kind of mindless loop that the brain has been in. Serving these platforms and serving these things that should be serving us. And I'm not saying that social media itself is the problem. I'm saying that our relationship, if you're resonating with this message, the relationship that you have with the platforms, with these areas of life that should be supporting you, your job, ChatGPT, the people around you, if these become addictions, If they are draining you more than they're serving you, it's no longer a support system, it's a crutch. And you are held hostage as a slave to that environment, to that person, to that experience, instead of being the agent, the sovereign agent over your own life. This is incredibly important for us to recognize if you want to be a sovereign, autonomous being, intentionally choosing your life experiences instead of being this robotic, conditioned character in a movie that you didn't create, direct, doing what everyone else does, going through the motions just because that's how you've been conditioned, rather than recognizing that this life was given to you. You created where you are right now so that you could intentionally create your life experiences and enjoy them fully and be with them fully, to be perfectly present within them, to show up completely to your present moment. These dopamine addictions, they keep us in this rat race, anxious, antsy energy. And meanwhile, we don't even know what we're chasing after. We just know, because we've been told, that if we are still and we take the time to be in our own silence, to drive without having music on just for a little while, to see what comes up, to see what your soul wants to speak to you, that in those moments we are able to experience life in a fuller, deeper way. We're able to acknowledge truths within us that have been repressed, that we've been shoving down out of fear of seeing them, but really, what we're fearing, there's nothing to be afraid of. We're afraid of ourselves. We're afraid of our own truths. Because the ego knows that once we tap into our truth, whatever that truth may be for you that you're repressing and shoving down, that your ego is shoving down, your ego knows that it's that very thing that is going to launch you into the next level version of you that cannot be inhibited. That things are going to change, and the ego does not like change. It likes familiarity, even if that familiarity is toxic and it's harming you. Challenging this is the first step, becoming aware of the fact that you haven't truly been in the driver's seat of your own life, and choosing to take that space back up and reclaim it is the most important thing that you can do in your awakening. It is your life. You have one. You have one life. What are you giving your energy to that's not supporting you, that's not serving you in the way that it's meant to, in the way that your soul is desiring? These platforms could be a beautiful opportunity for expansion, for growth, for abundance, for connection, but instead you've been serving it by over-consuming, by not stopping yourself to ask, why am I getting on this platform right now? Is my dopamine addiction driving me, or is this intentional? Is this something that's going to support me right now, or is it going to rob me of my energy and my life force? This is something that has been sitting in the back of my mind, been laying dormant, waiting for me to acknowledge it, because my soul wants so badly to start living a real, authentic life, to stop running, to stop hiding, because there's nothing to run from. There's nothing to hide from. There's nothing to run toward. What we're all seeking is our own energy and this present moment. What we're all desiring is to be able to show up fully as the fullest version of ourselves in this present moment. That is where the joy is found. That is where the peace is found. That is where our satisfaction lies. It's not in the chase. It's not in the fantasies that we ruminate on and rehearse about what the future might look like. It's in these still, quiet moments with the self, with the world around us, acknowledging it, being with it fully, without escaping it, without running from it, without running from ourselves. This is where true life is found. This is where love is found. A sense of well-being. And you deserve that. If this message resonates with you, you're ready for a level up. You're ready for a new way of living. You've been on autopilot for a long time. You've been in a freeze response for a long time. You have been ruled by the patterns of your mind, by the patterns of your ego that have been trying to protect you, that have been trying to create the same day over and over again. But you don't have to do that, because you came here to experience life to the fullest, baby. Life to the fullest. And you deserve to. This isn't about discipline and punishment and restriction. This is about you choosing yourself, choosing what genuinely feels the most nourishing to you, to your mind, your body, your soul, choosing alignment, choosing integrity, meaning your truth, what feels truly, authentically good for you. Living a life of running and hiding, this is a miserable way to live, and you have been doing it. And you can choose differently. Out of love for you. Not out of restriction and self-punishment. Not out of shaming. But knowing that you deserve it. You deserve this life. It's not just an image in your mind. This is completely possible. It's completely attainable for you. It's time to choose you. It's time to restructure your relationship to these things that should be supporting you in your journey. You're not a slave. You're the creator. I love you. Comment if this resonated with you, because I feel that I'm truly not the only one having these breakthroughs, these moments of awareness, of recognizing that life is so much more than we're making it right now. Our day and age, we are just hypnotized. We've been hypnotized. And at the same time, we are awakening to a deeper way of living. We are experiencing the contrast of what it's like to be so enslaved by our conditioning and so depressed and so void of connection, of the small pleasures in life. We're experiencing that contrast so that we can experience the complete opposite of what it means to come back to connection, to the small, pleasurable moments, the things that we used to do when we were kids that felt so effortlessly fun and life-giving. You purposefully chose a path where you were walking away from yourself, disconnecting from yourself, so that you could experience the game, the pleasure of coming back home, and those moments of awakening and remembering who you are. And that is a thrill. It's truly a thrill to be a part of this game. You are the author. You're the director, the writer, the producer. You are the creator of your reality. and you can take your life back right now. You don't have to wait. Like and subscribe if this message resonated with you, and I will see you in the next one. I love you very much.